It is finally official. Nick Pivetta, the poutine pod, the Canadian missile. The best thing from Canada since Justin Bieber and maple syrup.
Justin Bieber
Is officially a San Diego Padre. 4-year, $55 million deal with a classic Preller, mutual option, club option, player opt-out, all that weird shit.
Some weird shit.
All I know is we have Nick Pivetta this year for $1 million.
How is that not stealing?
That's a steal, Papa. In this video, we're going to talk about who Nick Pivetta is, why this is so massive for the San Diego Padres, what the outlook is on our rotation going forward, and let's have some fun, baby.
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Let's get to know the poutine pod. Nick Pivetta just turned 32 years old on Valentine's Day and has been in the big league since coming up with the Philadelphia Phillies in 2017. Pivetta showed some promise with the Phillies, especially in 2018 when he threw for 164 innings with 188 strikeouts, but he was eventually traded to the Boston Red Sox for pitchers Brandon Workman and Heath Hembree, a deal the Phillies would later come to massively regret. In Boston, Pivetta came into his own as a real MLB rotation piece. Across his 4 full seasons in Beantown, Pivetta averaged 2.3 wins above replacement, 158 innings pitched, 10.2 strikeouts per 9, and a 103 ERA+.
Wow, that dude is good.
What's even better for Padres fans is there is a true argument that Nick Pivetta has been one of the most underrated pitchers in all of Major League Baseball over the past 2 seasons. Since 2023, among pitchers who have thrown for over 250 innings pitched, Nick Pivetta has a Sierra ranking at 3.32, which is 4th best in MLB, batting average against 219, which is 13th best in baseball. His K9 is 11, which is 4th best in baseball. His K percentage is 30%, 5th best in baseball. His strikeout to walk percentage, 22.8%, which is 5th best in baseball. Stuff plus, 126, which is the best in baseball. Unfortunately, it cannot all be sunshine and rainbows. Nick Pivetta has an Achilles heel as a pitcher, and that is the fact that he gives up some absolute fucking moonshots. Hopefully, playing in San Diego for half of his games will limit the amount of homers that he gives up, but there is a legitimate argument that he gives up a lot of fucking bombs. Now that you know a little bit more about Nick Pivetta, let's touch on his role in this 2025 San Diego Padres rotation. Right now, the rotation's looking like Dylan Cease as the ace, Michael King as the 2, Yu Darvish is the 3, you have Nick Pivetta as your 4, and then that 5th spot is either going to go to Kyle Hart, Randy Vasquez, Matt Waldron. Someone who makes an impression in spring will probably start with that 5th spot.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Why is the Nick Pivetta signing so important for this rotation? One thing Nick Pivetta does fantastically well is that motherfucker eats innings.
We'll give Homer all he can eat, till he can eat no more.
He throws about 150 innings a year, pretty much throughout his entire Major League Baseball career. You bring him in, that's 150 innings of good quality starting pitching that you will be getting. His stats and underlying metrics show as well, with the K to strikeout to walk percentage, that this dude is criminally underrated.
It's underrated.
I think having him come in as your 4th makes it so much easier to, stomach this rotation, to be completely honest. As much as I love Matty Nux and Randy V, having them as your 4-5, probably not necessarily a competitive rotation, at least on paper, going into opening day if you're a team that's hoping to win the World Series. With Nick Pivetta, that's a real Major League pitcher. He has great stats against the Dodgers in his career. He has pitched in big playoff games in the ALDS for the Red Sox back in 2021. He shoved. This is a real Major League pitcher. This is a real foundational rotation piece. And we have him for 4 years. I know there's a couple opt-outs, and if he does opt out, probably means he did pretty well, so I always like that. But the fact that we have him for 4 years, this isn't a flash in the pan kind of guy, massive. Because the majority of people, myself included, think Dylan Cease will not re-sign with the San Diego Padres. I have hope Michael King will. But let's say, God forbid, both of them are gone.
Would ruin my life.
We now have Nick Pivetta, Joe Musgrove coming back next year, and Yu Darvish, all under control. Are they old? Yeah, they're definitely a little older. But then you have younger pitching in the farm. You can make some moves. You can make some trades. It's a legit piece. It's innings that will be Hopefully, if all goes well, Nick Pivetta is going to give us some good fucking games, man. He's going to give us a shot to win. There's nothing worse as a fan than, turning on the game on a Tuesday night and you have, no disrespect, but Adam Majeur or one of these scrubby pitchers who your team is cooked right when he comes on the mound. Your team's going to have to score 10 plus runs. Nick Pivetta is a legit major league pitcher. When he's facing the, Colorado Rockies at home or the Giants, he's going to give you six or seven 2-run ball. That's what we asked for. That's what we wanted. That's what we got with Nick Pivetta. There's no denying your friends at the DSG can be a little delusionally optimistic when it comes to our San Diego Padres.
Just a little.
We are who we are. But I will say this. Nick Pivetta is an extremely, extremely underrated pitcher, a legit pitcher that's going to give you a lot of innings. And you let him work with Ruben, who in my opinion and a lot of people's opinions is the best pitching coach in the world. I think the sky's the limit, man.
Sky is the limit.
I think he's going to be a really, really good addition to the San Diego Padres team, another foundational piece for a team that's hoping to win it all. And I think with moves like this, it shows the Pods are all in. That's all you can ask for as a fan. Nick Pivetta comes to San Diego, works with Ruben, reminds me a lot of 2023 Michael Wacha, a little bit of Seth Lugo vibes too. And you go and work with the best pitching coach playing in a pitcher-friendly environment in front of a ton of fans. It's San Diego. You're not in Boston anymore. No more clam chowder. You trade the clam chowder for a couple California burritos, vibe out on the beach. I know you're Canadian. Hey, put a little Canadian bacon in that Cali B and give us 160, 170 innings, 3-8 baseball with a lot of Ks, and you'll be a fan favorite, Nicky P. The Poutine Pod. Welcome to San Diego. Let's win a fucking ring, baby.